Thank you so much for joining us today and welcome to our Wow Woodcraft podcast. Hi, my name is Kim, and something you may not know about me is that I did calisthenics as a child. This is the first podcast in our series, so you'll be able to reference it looking for podcast number 1. We'd like to welcome Jane Ralph. Something you might not know about Jane is that she used to dance when she was a child and she was a state champion as Graceful Girl. Hi Jane, how are you?
I'm good. How are you, Kim?
Good. Now we're going to ask you a few questions.
Yep.
What's your most interesting learning tool, tip or fact?
My most interesting learning tip, I think, is that children learn in their own time and that fostering and nurturing the child is vital for the learning to happen.
That sounds absolutely fabulous, Jane. Thank you for sharing. What teaching practices have made the biggest difference in your career?
I have taken the approach of play-based learning, and I think it's so important as it sparks imagination, creative and critical thinking.
Great input. Thanks, Jane. If you weren't a teacher, what would you be?
When I was at high school, I really wanted to be a doctor. However, when I did placement, I realised I don't like the sight of blood, so then I became a teacher.
Good call. And have you run into any blood while you've been a teacher at school, Jane?
I have, and I pass them to the front office.
Perfect answer. So we'll take those facts and we'll put them onto our fact sheet so that everyone can see your answers for you. Now, are you ready for the lightning round?
I sure am.
Okay. What word from our vision statement matches your strengths and values the most?
Lifelong learning.
Fabulous answer, Jane. What Play As The Way poster do you find the most effective?
The blue poster. Have reasons for the things you say and do.
Great, thank you. What gratitude would you share with the community?
Without doubt, I'd like to thank our SSOs and our support staff because at Woodcraft they are amazing, and without them I wouldn't be the teacher that I am.
Well, I'm very pleased with that feedback, Jane. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for joining us on our very first podcast for Wow Woodcraft. It's been a pleasure talking to you, and we will catch up with you later in the year maybe.
Thank you for having me.